ये भी मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि जो डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली पाकिस्तान को सपोर्ट करेगा उनका ऊपर हम एनएसए भी लगा दें।
Pakistan Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar's visit to Dhaka has been put on hold on a request from the Pakistani side. Now, this was a visit that India was watching very closely. It comes close on the heels after the Pahalgam attack. Now, the official reason for this visit being put on hold and at this point being postponed is the rising tensions between India and Pakistan over the Pahalgam attack. India has taken several diplomatic measures, putting Pakistan on the back foot as far as the Pahalgam attack is concerned, and obviously there are consequences for sponsoring terror. But obviously there is concern in India over what's going on in Bangladesh as well, and the visit of Ishaq Dar that was supposed to take place, and that of course is something that we are also going to look at in this video. Now, Ishaq Dar was supposed to visit Bangladesh at a time when Bangladesh was advocating for stronger ties with Pakistan. Mohammad Yunus, the chief advisor of the interim government of Bangladesh, said that he wanted closer ties with Pakistan in several sectors. Now, those sectors also include defense and security cooperation. Pakistan has always eyed a presence in Bangladesh. Why have they done so? Well, after 1971, Pakistan suffered a humiliating defeat in Bangladesh. They were wiped out, they had no presence, and therefore what they do from the western border, that is push terror into India, they could not continue to do that from the eastern front because they didn't have a presence. Several terror accused were in jail, and all of that happened, and there was a crackdown. And this is something that continued for years and at least more than a decade, and now of course they see an opportunity to claw their way back in with the same nefarious designs, is what security experts say, that if Pakistan finds a foothold in Bangladesh, they will use that again to target India, to push terror into India like they do through the Western Front. And what's going on in Bangladesh is also very, very alarming and something that's of extreme significance for India. Now, terror accused in Bangladesh have been released from jail. This includes a terrorist who has Lashkar-e-Taiba ties, who was someone who was arrested after a raid at his house at a madrasa he was running, and there of course ammunition, arms were recovered. And this is a man with Pakistani contacts. He's visited Pakistan, he has links to the Lashkar-e-Taiba. And what does he do in Bangladesh? Well, he's meeting the law advisor, again a known anti-India voice, a part of the government that's running Bangladesh at this point. So this is something that's worrying for India, that why are these terrorists or Pakistani sympathizers in Bangladesh, why are they getting together in Bangladesh? Why are they meeting? What is the purpose of their meeting? Photographs have been shared by the Bangladesh Awami League, which is the party that was in power before former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was ousted from power in Bangladesh, and then of course Mohammad Yunus's interim government took charge. Elections will take place and finally install a government that's democratically elected by the people of Bangladesh. But what has happened in the last few months is what one observes, and that is radical Islam and radical Islam proponents being emboldened, terror sympathizers and terrorists being released from jail. In fact, another man, ABT founder Jashimuddin Rahmani, he's also been released from prison. He's someone who's of course there who has faced charges. So all these anti-India voices, anti-India elements have been released from prison. They are emboldened, and at this time the Pakistani foreign minister was supposed to visit, but given the kind of pressure India has put Pakistan under, and the Pakistan being on the back foot because of the pressure that India has put on Pakistan, at this point Ishaq Dar has been forced to postpone his visit to Dhaka. But again, this is something that India will be watching very closely. Recently Sheikh Hasina's son, former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's son, also shared a post on social media platform X where he shared pictures of ISIS flags at rallies. So the radicalization in Bangladesh is something that India will definitely be worried about, and Ishaq Dar may have postponed his visit. But what is Pakistan looking at in Bangladesh? How much will Bangladesh concede to Pakistan? These are all things that the Indian security establishment and strategic experts from India are very, very closely watching. And at this time, the focus is on containing Pakistan, not just on the western border where they're already sponsoring attacks, terror attacks. There's ample evidence to suggest that Lashkar-e-Taiba, based in Pakistan has carried out several terror attacks in India, and again, this particular visit to Bangladesh would have been a cause of concern. It's now been, of course, put on hold. It's been put on hold, and it will probably take place at a later date. But again, whenever it takes place, India would be watching that space, given the radicalization and the anti-India voices that have been operating and actively and raising anti-India slogans in Bangladesh, and also their connections with the establishment in Bangladesh is also something that many are worried about. But for now, Ishaq Dar's visit to Dhaka has been put on hold, given the Pahalgam attack and the fallout and India's diplomatic moves and actions against Pakistan. For more such videos where we go beyond the context, beyond the headline, and tell you the scenario, the background in which the news developments are taking place, stay tuned to NDTV's YouTube platform. For all the news and updates, stay tuned to NDTV. Thank you so much for watching.